whole new setup, a whole new vibe.
Green screen.
Yeah, green screen.
You know what it is.
You know what it is
What that
already,
say?
man.
Oh shit.
What's the Niche podcast?
What's the next podcast?
We are back, bro. Avery, we are back. You know, we've been gone for a while. Coronavirus, a
Almost
whole
had
lot
me.
of things. They tried to kick us out our
They
studio.
they did a pretty good job.
Yeah, as you can see, you know. But look, it's all good because
Niggas had
things
Chuck
happen.
Norris with them.
You know how it be sometimes. Sometimes they just
yeah,
don't want us to
right.
live, you know.
Bruce Lee dead, so you know Bruce Lee can kill Chuck Norris. Everybody know that.
Yeah.
Bruce Lee knocked Chuck Norris out. You know what I'm saying? You look, hey Chuck, I'm looking for you, nigga. Come try that shit again.
But yeah, man, like for this episode, bro, I'm not even gonna have this be an episode. We're just gonna call this an update.
We gonna call that Epi.
Yeah,
It's not even an
epi,
episode.
You know, not all the way episode, but
What soul?
half an
It's epi.
episode. Epi,
You can't get
know.
the soul. You get the
Yeah.
soul next after 2021.
After that, you know what I'm saying?
That's
you know?
when you get in the soul.
Yeah, exactly.
But we here to keep y'all updated, letting y'all know what's happening.
And
Niggas-
show y'all the new what we got new coming. Our new
Everybody
partnerships.
is still alive. Whitney, I don't know. She don't really.
We
keep
don't
in
know where
contact.
Whitney's at. We don't know. We still don't know where
She-
Whitney's at.
Yeah.
Hopefully, at some point, you know,
You know?
we're gonna one of these weeks we're gonna call her, you know, and call her on the phone.
I just talked to Crook. He alright.
Crook is good. Crook is good.
You
He
know?
won't. He'll be here next week, ready to go for the new season of What's the Niche.
You know?
And episode 51, we will start next week, Wednesday. We're back on schedule. I promise you, we are back. No drop off this time. Corona's not gonna fucking stop us.
So maybe we should tell him like what we've been up to.
Man, well, where do we start?
Well, we did some open shows. We did some live shows downtown.
Oh yeah, we did.
We had a little thing going at Casey Music Alley.
Yep.
After we had an after comedy show, music performances with the G-Mon, you know.
We did.
You know,
we did.
we had JLD perform a couple
Yeah,
times.
man. It was dope. Appreciate KC Music Alley for giving us that opportunity. We wish we could have kept it up, but you know, great things sometimes come to an end to go to some greater things.
Had
you know
to cut
what I'm
that
saying?
bitch off. You know,
It
you know how
happens.
it is.
It
It's
happens.
relationship.
The same thing with our studio, G-Mon
Yeah,
Studios. We
cut
had
it
to
off.
cut that off too. You know what I'm saying? Actually, it was cheaper for us, so you know.
You gotta hit the color purple.
Everything you do to me, just gonna be turned right back to you.
Oh man. Hey, y'all probably wondering who that in the background just geeking.
Yeah, we got a guest on the show today, man.
know?
We got a
Yo.
guest.
It's-
Introduce yourself, man.
What's going on, y'all? First off, I want to say it is a pleasure to be on here. These are two
yeah.
spectacular people, man.
Thank you.
Pleasure to have you, bro.
My name is Bo. I go by King Wavy. I'm KINGWAVY on Instagram.
Okay.
Dope,
On
dope.
Twitter, it's _KINGWAVY. And I'm just all in for arts and entertainment, man. That's me, man.
So you are an entertainer yourself. Where would you catalog yourself?
I would catalog myself at this moment as a writer.
As a writer?
As a writer, yes.
Books?
Dope.
Yes, sir. Books,
Okay. Oh, that's
films,
dope.
things
That's
like
dope.
that. Yes, sir. Yes,
That's
sir.
dope.
I dabble in writing myself. Like
Yep.
I'm
Same here.
I draw manga, so like I drew a comic book. So I gotta show you sometime.
You
bro.
gotta show me
Yeah,
a comic
yeah,
book
yeah.
because I want to
Even the
get into
shirts.
writing an animated series, man. I feel like cartoons really ain't hitting the same way no more.
We could work.
Mhm,
We could
mhm.
definitely work
Y'all
on
should
something.
definitely work
An
together,
A-Bowl
man.
production. You
Oh,
already
yeah,
know.
it's already manifested. Let's get it done.
That's the thing, man.
Yes,
How'd
sir.
you start writing?
I started writing honestly with just music in general. I grew
Okay.
up around a lot of musicians. My whole family was into music, and I started writing with music. But the way I would write, I just noticed this trend of me capturing a scene or a story, and I never really looked at the fact of how much I loved watching movies and everything. And so it just all ended up connecting as time went on.
Yeah, full circle.
Yeah, like the
Everything
raps.
come back full circle.
Exactly,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
It do.
Right.
So you said you're a writer right now, but you started with music.
Yes, sir.
Do you not see yourself as a musician no more, or
I do see myself as a musician.
so you
It-
still got it in you?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
still got some in your
definitely.
tank.
I'm just trying to be on some. I want to be on a more Curtis Mayfield, Frank Sinatra type of way.
Okay.
Yeah. I was,
alright,
you know, I'm
alright,
trying.
alright.
Like y'all was saying, some things got to die for the growth.
Nah,
So,
yeah,
yeah.
nah.
Be
For
different,
real, bro.
man.
Nah,
Like
for
even
real.
recently, now I'm trying to get into poetry because I got recently someone had offered me was like, "You want to go on tour? We got paid gigs for poetry."
Oh, yeah.
And I was like,
We definitely got
I
some
guess that's
poetry
kind of what I
gigs.
do anyway with rapping in the first place. So I might as well jump into that lane.
Right.
And just jumping into new things is always good.
On
man.
some real,
Always
bro,
good.
you could use your lyrics that's already songs as Poem.
That's
You know
where
what I'm
that's
saying?
where the guy
Smoking
had,
Road,
yeah, that's
Spoken
where the
Word.
guy had reached out to me from,
Nah, yeah.
from a song I did. He said it sounds a lot like you're already writing in poetry form. You might as well
Nah,
go
for
ahead
real.
and attack it this way. So
That's
new
how I
opportunities,
started.
man. New opportunities. Even when you're uncomfortable, gotta attack the opportunity, even if it's uncomfortable.
So,
Absolutely.
Bo,
Yes, sir.
how has this Corona been for you?
Yeah.
I mean, not like I knew you before,
Ooh.
but it's just like I don't know.
That
I had
spirit,
like
the
a
spirit.
whole job going on before.
Yeah.
I was working 5 days. Had a spot. Corona hit.
It was rough.
I
man.
I'm back with my mama.
Right. You know, Corona changed every plan I had from the get go. You know, at the beginning of this year, I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm about to put out the tape."
2020
You know
my
what I'm
year.
saying, right? You know,
man.
I'm like, I'm about to put out the tape. I'm about to get it on. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Put out all this, right?
Who said what?
And
Who
then
said what?
it just all hit full circle. You know, like my job, I was supposed to go in. They were like, "Yeah, we're closed until further notice," and I was like, "So like."
So you jobless right now?
No,
or-
no, I'm back in. I'm back in.
You back
now.
at the other
yes,
job?
Sir, yes,
Okay,
sir.
okay,
Yeah, they
okay.
just were basically like, cause it's a restaurant, you know, I bartend.
All right.
And
no, yeah, I bartend too.
yeah.
Well,
So,
we got Scott in the
Hey,
building.
hey, what's going on with you?
Hey,
hey,
tall white
hey.
motherfucker.
Everybody
The
knows
man.
Scott. He was on the last episode on
Yeah,
What's
y'all-
in This
y'all should know
Podcast
Scott.
Live.
Yeah,
the last
definitely.
one y'all did?
Yeah.
I just brought my podcast. I just finished my podcast, the first one I've done in a while.
All right, can we finish ours, bro?
yeah.
Can we get done?
Y'all interrupted
Can you shut up?
me.
Hey,
I was trying to put these back.
white people always trying to take our
He
time, huh?
interrupted me. I walked in the room. I didn't say nothing. They said, "Oh, hey, Scott."
Next time y'all see us, we
pointed
gonna.
out the color of my skin. I said that.
Oh man.
Next time y'all see us, we gonna have SARS.
Hey, we gonna get Scott to come back and sit down with us
He didn't
again,
like that
man.
one.
At one of these episodes for
Yeah,
sure.
no,
yeah,
man.
they always try to do a slice for people.
Bro, I know.
Right.
You always want to do that to us, man. I don't
Y'all see my
understand.
face? Do I look like I'm entertained
You
with
always
that
trying
shit?
to separate us. It's
Y'all
like
didn't hear what this man just said.
look,
Scott is light
we
skinned
don't
now.
need no more
Scott is
separation.
light-
So white
Light-skinned
people,
now.
white people, that
Light-skinned
means we
long hair.
have won the race war. We have won. Black people have gotten Scott now. Who do y'all have?
Dog, I love y'all. Thank you for doing your podcast here.
Yeah,
It's
man.
good to see y'all.
Hey,
Oh
man,
yeah,
we
man.
love you,
bro.
dog.
Yeah,
Stay
every
up,
week
brother.
now, Scott.
Shout out to motherfucking Scott. Shout out to the whole KC Music Hall
Hell yeah.
comedy gang. Y'all
Yes,
already
thanks
know.
for
Yeah.
having us, bro.
Shout out to all my comedian brothers.
Yeah, man.
From Tyler Boydnott to Jim Swanson. We got Pete Costiglia, fucking Morgan Tolliver.
I got a
A
surprise.
lot of y'all,
too.
Jensen, Jason, all you motherfuckers.
I got a surprise from the comedy thing because I haven't really talked about it on air, but I'm trying to focus more on behind the scenes of the shows and trying to create more shows. So Avery's gonna end up being on the show still as always, but I had to find somebody who can compliment my boy, bro, and I found somebody.
Who you got, bro?
Someone comical but knows a lot about what's going on in the entertainment world. Latrice.
Okay.
Latrice.
Okay.
Latrice will be making an appearance on the show.
Latrice?
Yeah, you know
Lateef?
Latrice. Latrice.
I was like, I know a girl named Latrice.
Look, you know.
Close to her.
I couldn't pronounce it.
I was
You know
like-
I'm bad with names.
He's like Latrice. I was like, oh, she finally made the sex change. Congratulations.
Look, you know I'm bad with names, man.
Nah, cause she was manly. She was really manly.
Really, man.
Really manly.
But yeah, man.
But Latif coming through.
Yeah,
that's
Latif,
what's up.
we're gonna have him be
Oh,
one of
nah,
our
we gonna
hosts,
bump
man.
heads. Me and Latif
That's
gonna bump
why
heads.
I
But
thought
that's
it was a perfect.
it ain't never
a
gonna be.
perfect
It ain't never gonna
marriage.
be on no
a
like.
perfect
Yeah,
marriage.
we just.
I was like, what's gonna be the
I
most
think Latif
entertaining-
is Muslim as well. So,
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Word.
So yeah,
Oh,
he's
Ivy.
definitely gonna be a different take. You know what I'm saying?
Also,
yeah,
check
yeah.
out.
And he be heavy on black people. Like he don't be giving black people no excuse. He be like, y'all need to stop going do that, do that. do
You
that."
know,
opinions.
I found that clash a lot when I became Muslim because I actually became Muslim this year.
Okay.
You know,
dope.
my whole life I grew up Christian, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I always kind of struggled with it a little bit. Just more or less the I remember I was in Bible study and I asked her, I was like, why God don't talk
yeah.
about no dinosaurs? And she was like, why would you ask a question like that?
Why not?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It won't until I watch a scary movie called The Nun. Tell me why the first scene, Shorty's like, the kid's like, so why don't they talk about dinosaurs in the Bible? She's like, same reason why they don't talk about penguins or da-da-da-da. You know what I mean? Like, when I got an open perspective of
Yeah.
being more than just that one religion,
Yeah.
it opened my eyes on what I could experience spiritually.
A lot of
Right,
people be
right.
closed-minded, and then they get
Yeah.
mad for you having
having
an
open mind.
Yeah,
Exactly.
because you know what? They don't know what to tell you. They're used to one answer. They're not used to like having their minds actually wonder what, like, you know what I'm saying? They get a lighter, they just be like, oh, fire comes out of here.
Exactly.
You give me a lighter, I'm like, yo, how the heck does fire?
Right,
you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna break
right.
that motherfucker open. I'm gonna be like, oh, so that's how it works and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Some people like to know how shit works.
Right.
And, like, you can't get mad at people for like actually wanting to better themselves.
Because a question means somebody wanting to learn. And a lot of times I'd ask those questions in church and be like, nah, don't ask that.
Like they trying to seal you.
Exactly.
They trying to limit you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Like,
And
no,
I ain't like that at all, honestly.
how come you can know but I can't? You know?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
You tell me everything else about the Bible.
Yeah, you tell me if I'm gonna go to hell,
Hell,
if I, you know
do
what I'm
this,
saying?
like, tell me what.
Well, then let me know all this other, you know what I'm saying? Like,
all
let
this
me know I
cool
can get away
shit.
from it. So, you know, but nah, there is a lot of that belief of like that black people need to do this or we beat ourselves up. But
Right.
a lot of people don't understand systems.
Yeah, I mean, this ain't the time and the spot to be talking about what black people need.
Exactly.
Black people need a wake up call from themselves on some
Yeah.
real stuff. You know,
Yeah.
stop making excuses. I'm not trying to say like we not going through anything,
Right.
but at the same time, like we need to just like make sure. Don't worry about the next man. Worry about yourself and everything like that.
Exactly.
Like
Right.
that's
Exactly.
that's where I'm at.
Exactly.
I feel that, but in a sense, it's like I feel like one of the biggest things that is missing in the black community that I've noticed in other communities is that there's not much generational wealth, and when you have a
Like money to pass to.
yeah, like
you know?
in a sense, like when you come from a culture of because the 70s and the 60s, it won't but so long ago in a sense. So like I feel like a lot of our parents
That's like 50, 40 years.
Yeah,
ago.
yeah. So a lot of our parents are still, you know, basically having
Yeah.
to just ignore a whole side of
Yeah.
history of when, you know,
was yeah.
yeah. So it's like it kind of I can see how that system can really inflict a way of
But that was different
Yeah.
times. Shit was cheaper back then too, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Was.
Shit was like it was the cost of living was different, and like
yeah.
you didn't really have to worry. Now, like back then, all you seen was poor black people. Now you see poor white people, poor black people, poor everybody, and
Yeah,
everything like that.
there's
and
a decline in middle class
Middle class.
And you know
They're
what I'm
trying
saying?
to close that whole
Exact-
gap. They're
but-
trying to close
because
that
they
whole
want
gap
you to
with
either be
them.
rich or poor.
Yep, that's
it's
literally
not.
what
It
it
ain't
is.
no choice. You
Yeah.
think if we had a choice, you think I'd be?
Right.
I
Right,
would have
right.
chose rich.
right.
Fact, man.
But I mean, it is what it is. Like that's why we do what we do, trying to climb up out of this gutter.
Yeah, and
You know
y'all
what I'm
uplifting
saying?
the community. Y'all are showing a different way of getting to your passion. Like a lot of times people have to emulate the wrong things they see to get there. Like this is comedy. This is, you know, brotherhood. This is actually, you know, this is open thought,
No, yeah,
independent thinking. This is what people need to see more of.
Exactly.
and
that's
that's-
what this platform is about, really, man.
Yeah.
It's just to have these conversations, and that's really what I created it for, was to have different conversations. Sometimes it may be funny. That's why I wanted to have comics actually
Right.
be on the show to talk about these different actual, you know, big issues. I have a couple things written down now where you just positivity in music. Like, what do you think? Why isn't positivity in music being promoted these days?
But that's why I made my song "Black White Boy." The black, you know what I'm saying?
That's coming soon. We're
Coming
gonna
soon.
Premiere that next week.
You know,
We're gonna
premiering the
premiere that
video
next
next week. But you know, as a black man, or even before I was a black man, as a black boy growing up, I'll be into anime, and then I'll be into whatever, like anything that doesn't fit the status quo. Other kids watching Boys in the Hood, copping
Right.
Adidas, and playing basketball and everything like that. I'm staying in the house, just sticking to myself. I'll go out with the status quo. And they'd be like, "Yo, why you act like a white boy? Why you act like a white boy? Why you act like a white boy?" And I never really got what the heck that meant. I was like, "Oh, I didn't know white people watch anime. Like, I just watch anime.
That's what
right,
you
It's
like.
right.
That's what I like. How the
got
fuck
that
am
from
I?
playing soccer.
You know what I'm saying?
People
Yeah.
be like, oh, you white boy, why you wear grass
Why-
fed?
you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's like why don't you
that
like
don't
you
change
don't know how to play
anything,
ball?
you know what I mean?
You
Yeah.
ball like a white boy. Where your jump shot at? Whatever
yeah,
like
and
that.
it's crazy because my ancestors come from Trinidad. I come from the Caribbean.
You know
I
what
have
I'm
a
saying?
Caribbean
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
where the soccer and all
The
that
shit
comes
came from.
But immediately people be like, oh,
But
you're a white boy.
exactly, niggas without even knowing where shit came from will just go ahead and be like, "Yo, you act like a white boy,"
Yeah.
not even having any knowledge of what the hell's going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, how is anime compared something to do with white? You know what I'm saying?
It's-
Or just because I want to get a bounce house. Not saying that's what happened, but it's like anything that's like, it seems like struggling is what's happening. If you're not struggling in the hood, you're not black. You know what I'm saying?
If you ain't been to jail, you ain't hard.
Bro.
Why is it cool to be dumb?
I hate that shit, man.
What's niggas' favorite words to say? I don't know that
but
shit.
But look, it goes back to the music, because it's like this is some of the I wrote down a couple things.
That's why I was
talk about.
That's why I was promoting. But
why is it that we can't, like, even now that I've even since I've been making music, I've come to the problem of people tend to be like, when they hear my shit, they're like, it's cool, but it doesn't get me lit. It's not getting me to where I don't want to hear about world conscious shit.
Like,
even though I make different type of music, but that's majority what I want to. I don't like to get on the track and just say random shit.
Random
I wanna
shit.
Make sure whatever I'm doing is gonna give back, and I want to feel about my message and not give back bad.
But that's
energy.
why I feel it takes so. That's why I feel it takes artists so long to make albums, because you're not supposed to just write whatever. You're supposed to feel it, and then once you have a collective of emotional tracks, they come together. You know what I'm saying? So you got your intro that bring people in. You got this other track that make people feel good.
Yeah.
You got the slow track. You got the track that make people feel like you down to earth with them.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I've always felt like music was supposed to be what feeling sound like.
You don't want.
It's
You don't
that
never want to
unexplainable
rush
truth.
it. You can do a whole mixtape in a week, but that doesn't mean all those tracks deserve to be on the same mixtape together. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody has their own process of how they work. As an artist, I know. Right now, I've been dealing with I'm doing a lot of artist development. A lot of people have reached out to me and like, yo, can you help me work on my music?
Right.
But a lot of people never want to take the steps into learning the craft of recording and figuring out your voice, figuring out your sound. They see people are just looking at these people on the radio now, and they're just like, oh, I could just do that right now, instead of taking before I started doing music.
You know, it's my favorite when niggas be recording. And they be like, ooh, and then the producer stop it, and then they be like, oh, can you put that effect on there? What effect? Right. The one that be like, ooh,
yeah, like,
nigga, what are you talking about?
It's people these
what
days.
Effect?
Man. It's so easy now, bro. It's so
T-Pain effect, nigga. I don't even fuck that nigga use like 8 effects. What the fuck?
There's so many auto tunes,
What are you talking about? What effect you want?
It's so easy nowadays for
like
someone
Kendrick.
to get in the studio and just go and do some shit and then not even really know what they're doing.
What the hell are you talking about?
And it's so easy, and now they feel like it's justified. Like I can just jump in and just go do this. I don't have to follow the steps. Before I started even making music, my uncle was like, bro, you gotta learn how to rap before you even think about putting a song out. Like, because most of the time you only got one chance to make an impression, and then that first impression is how people most likely gonna view you, unless you're gonna dig your way out of that hole that you dug yourself in already. When you can work on your craft first and jump in all the way straight through. That's the best way to approach it. And it takes learning. Like, you just gotta learn. Same thing with podcasting. We had to learn this shit too.
It's that identity development.
Who are you? What are you trying to
exactly?
I blame the
What are you
world
trying to
for
be
that.
remembered as?
And that's difficult to do sometimes when you express in the music, because it's like, do I want to be this person? Do I want to give this a? It's a struggle for a lot of artists.
I on some real shit. I found shit about myself while I've been writing lyrics. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I am that type of nigga.
Right.
Right.
I was like, oh shit.
Right.
I guess that,
Yeah, man, definitely, bro. But that's some of the conversations we want to talk about on this show. I mean, really, what else we got coming this month, man? Before the year ends out.
I tell you what we gonna do. We gonna tell everybody we gonna do this for the streets. That fight on Saturday wasn't no damn draw.
Oh yeah, we do gotta talk about that.
That
man.
wasn't no damn draw.
Let's touch on that.
Mike Tyson won that shit. Roy Jones.
I think Mike won that.
Mike Ben won
but
that.
that wasn't even the fight that everyone was talking
Somebody
about.
wake up Nate Robinson.
Yeah, Nate was asleep.
Somebody wake him up.
Nate was asleep. Like that. What do you think about that, bro?
Which one?
The Nate thing. Would you get in the ring if you wasn't prepared?
No, I wouldn't even take the deal.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man.
But that's on Nate, because guess what? He did take the deal, and he didn't train. Obviously, that's on him. He the one that got to deal with that.
Man, I mean,
now he got to watch. He probably got.
he can't get on Twitter.
He probably got like Jake. Whatever. Jake Paul. fans out his house.
Yeah.
Every day we lit or whatever the song he said,
I
playing
don't
bumping
even
this shit.
Bro,
That
Jake Paul look good in there,
man.
man. He looked like he really could box for real, bro.
I
Like,
watched a few of his fights after that Nate Robinson one just to get a feel.
He only
'cause I
got
was
2
like,
fights, right?
Yeah, and he's decent.
Yeah,
He know how-
he
he
had
know-
more-
yeah,
he had
yeah.
more
He know
shit
who
than
to
Nate.
pick. He know who
Exactly,
to
exactly,
he
exactly.
know
like,
who to pick.
when you fight attack like that, you can't fight with so many people who pro.
Right, right.
Because once somebody do that bob and weave on you,
I'm gonna
it's-
tell you, like
look.
I said, Adrian Broner, put him in the ring. He ain't doing that. He
And
ain't
you know what's
doing
crazy?
that.
How we just
Jake ain't
talked
doing
about-
that.
You know, it's crazy how we just talked about taking your time in your craft. How about Nate not taking the time for the craft of boxing? Boxing's a different animal.
Yeah,
Like, you
it
can't
is.
go in that motherfucker and just think, I'm going to just train for 6 weeks.
Man, the
and
thing is,
just go in there. That's a lifestyle.
basketball and I mean, the whole time y'all acting like this man, Jake Paul, is a professional boxer, which he isn't. He's a YouTuber.
Yeah.
Now Nate got people talking about him like he is a
Like he a
boxer and
boxer.
everything.
But
That's the thing.
supposedly he been actually
Nate should have been.
training.
Yeah, I mean, but Nate's an NBA player. You just said it yourself. So Nate should have
Yeah,
been training.
But
This whole,
he may have
conditioning.
only been training for this one fight. That
Um,
from what I hear,
it comes
from
down to
Jake Paul,
cardio.
Yeah.
From what I hear from Jake Paul, he's dedicated his whole life to boxing. now.
I know
I
he's
don't
been
think
doing
Nate's
like
done that. I don't
I
think
seen
Nate's
him
done
in
that.
like the sparring and everything like that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? He probably
it's
picked it up
different.
before
It's
the
different
YouTube.
if you about to just go in the ring.
And
I'm
this the
about to
thing.
train for this one fight.
A boxer's
or I'm about to be in
cardio
life.
is way better than an NBA player's cardio.
That's a fact.
Just like a soccer player's cardio is probably
Yeah.
the best
Oh, yeah.
out of
Yeah,
all
yeah,
athletes.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
I
when it
think
comes-
boxers got us beat.
yeah.
I think boxers
boxers,
got us beat.
I don't know.
Because boxing, it takes a little bit more.
But you get a minute break. You go at
Yeah,
it. And
yeah,
then
yeah.
you go at it for 3 minutes. Then you get a minute break to sit down.
But it's
Soccer
crazy.
players
I
don't
think
get no
that's-
time.
I
They get
think-
no downtime, bro.
I think that
they just
because
be
I play
running for like
basketball and
90
soccer.
minutes back and forth, bro. Soccer
I played
is
basketball
crazy.
and soccer, and I got more tired. I was in shape from soccer and got tired from playing basketball. I think it's different sports.
Yeah, that
Because
game
The,
speed is
the
yeah.
different sports is different
The other
because
thing
I was the most tired I ever been playing basketball one time.
Because you kept stopping in basketball. That's probably why.
It's-
You got to
it's a
stop
different-
for
it's-
free throws.
Yeah, it's
check
different.
the ball in.
It's a
You know what I'm
different-
saying?
It's a different thing when soccer
but-
was continuous pace. You
Exactly.
get a little bit more of a, when to take your breaks and shit like that.
But so Nate going into the ring, if he ain't do his training right, Logan being going to boxing, doing boxing, whatever like that, Logan definitely had an advantage or whatever like that.
Right.
You know. But so Nate, all that shit saying is Nate should have did harder. I don't know.
Yeah.
He was just he thought it was sweet.
With them two, man, I just looked at it as, and I've learned this from personal experience. It's some things I just see as ego entertainment, you know, and like that's borderline what that was. It went wrong for one person, went right for the other.
Yep.
You know, and that's the sad
And
part about it.
What they
Yeah.
saying? They saying white barber shops about to have that picture
Yeah,
of Jake Paul over Nate.
like he Muhammad Ali or something, bro. I was like, you know what? He was rocking a
That
Nate
shit's
Robinson
funny.
jersey too.
If
or
I go into a
something.
barber shop and I see that up, I'm out. I'm like, yeah.
I'm like,
Oh
yo,
man.
I'm
get the
reporting
Tyson
y'all.
shorts, bro. Like,
I'm
you know what
reporting
I'm
y'all
saying?
niggas. And then Roy Jones Jr. had Kobe boxing gloves on.
Wow.
He had the Kobe boxing
Oh yeah, I
gloves
did.
on.
I did peep that.
This nigga.
Roy looked pretty good in there too.
He didn't
man.
look bad.
I mean, like he could sit up in there with Mike, but Mike looked like he wanted to knock his ass out though.
I think last time we was on, Cardi B and Offset was going through a divorce. So let me tell y'all that's not happening.
Oh yeah, that
Them
was,
niggas is
that
staying
was the
together.
last time. And you know what's crazy? You have not been for a live show yet, Avery. I think that's a bone that the fans want to pick with you about, man.
Tell
Scott
them-
had to fill in for you the last two
Tell him
times.
cash at me $50. If they really care.
But let me get into one more topic before we get out of here, man. I wanted to touch on rappers dying early because recently, since we've been gone, we've been lost like a lot of rappers, bro. I think more than my hand can count.
It's a trend.
It's
It's
been,
a
rest in peace to
trend.
King Von, and then that's one of the bigger ones that just recently happened. We haven't talked about Pop Smoke since we've been on, have we?
I'm not sure, man.
Okay, well, rest in peace to Pop
Rest in
Smoke.
peace, Smoke.
I mean, what do you guys? I think that goes back to the positivity in the music, man. I think now in days with all this negative rap and all this, it's so much of it. I think now you're almost left in a position to almost act on what you say, and I feel like now it's so much that we have to at some point start to acknowledge that shit has to make a turn at some point. You know what I'm saying?
I hear that. I think it's the point where Niggas is just acting like niggas. Rappers is just
Simplified, yeah.
music is getting the music.
Music's always been a dangerous
nah,
sport.
but the music gold mine is getting more expansion.
Yeah,
So everybody's starting to rap.
yeah.
And it's not like crime in the rap industry is niggas being niggas, but these niggas rap now. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
I get you.
It's you know what I'm
get what
saying?
you're
It's the
saying. I get what
common
you're saying. I get
it's the
what you're
common
saying.
shit, nigga. With shit
'Cause
what be
it's
happening
easy.
yesterday. It's
It's
just
easy
everybody
for-
rapping it now.
Yo, some
so
real shit, bro.
When a
It's
nigga kill a
easy for
nigga, he don't
nigga
kill
in
the
the
rapper.
streets. It's
Yeah.
easy for a nigga in the streets these
Yeah.
days now to go take 100,000 of street
Yeah.
money and go put their shit into some music and then go jump right
Yeah,
into this fracking rap.
exactly.
game.
Nah,
So
that's
you is
that's
right.
what it is. Yeah, it's like it's that's all it is. Like niggas, they've, you know, it's just like being an artist, like with the paintbrush. You know what I'm saying? You could do whatever to fund for your talents and to fund
Right.
for your what the fuck am I looking for? Hobby.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But when you go back to the streets, you still in those streets and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't stop. And just because you a rapper don't mean you bulletproof.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like niggas is definitely gonna try you if you got weight to your name. Oh, you got diamonds and you in the streets and niggas see that shit. They gonna try you. There's
That's a
probably
fact.
niggas trying niggas right now as we record this
That's a fucking
podcast.
fact,
We
bro.
probably not gonna hear about it because guess what? They're not big and shit like that.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not gonna make it to the news.
Yep. It's too many people dying in the world.
Nah,
man.
there's
It's-
too many people dying.
It's crazy out here.
And but when it comes to rappers dying, I don't know, bro, because it goes back to the Illuminati shit. Supposedly these niggas sign their soul over, and they give you a date.
You believe in all that?
Hell yeah, bro. They give you a date when, like, when you die or whatever like that. You know
believe
what I'm
in
saying?
that too, man?
In a sense, yeah. In a sense, I feel like a lot of times though, people get a choice too
Bruh.
to either, you know what I mean,
Bruh, this man Jeffrey Epstein had a whole island.
Oh well, yes.
You can't tell me, in a sense. Like, I hear what you're saying. Like,
I was talking more like the rapper perspective.
Yeah,
But when you get into
If-
that level,
I definitely
Yeah.
think.
I'm
they
just
got
saying,
that.
bro. Like,
Yeah,
even in that level, you can't. Bro, there's probably a little Illuminati in every level. You know what I'm saying?
we was just watching
McDonald's.
We were just watching a YouTube video of them talking about how rappers always talk about it's a time when you get invited to a mansion party and then they make and then you gotta make that decision or how trying to be into this thing because you know they talk about the gay rumors and all that and of how most rappers are you get turned out because they want to keep one up on you. The industry always wants to keep one up on you.
Yeah, bro. I would go to the mansion party, but I'd be like, y'all niggas is weird. I'm just trying to get plays. Like,
right.
who do I talk to about my masters?
Right.
Like,
Well, I don't know,
niggas
man. I
is-
haven't reached that far to know what's going on, but
Nah, yeah,
if,
man.
if some weird shit's going on, I will be the first
I
to
always
tell
expect
y'all.
the worst.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know.
I
So-
wouldn't be surprised though.
You
Yeah, I
already
definitely
know.
wouldn't be surprised if
Yeah,
Yeah.
the little orgy parties and shit like that.
I know that's a big
You
thing.
know what I'm saying?
They gotta do
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I
Nah,
think so.
bro, they definitely do
Yeah.
that shit,
Yeah.
bro.
Because the porn industry is Hollywood. So
That's a
like if
fact.
you think about it, it all connects. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rappers, all of
That
them,
is
they all
real.
rap about it. It all connects. Movies. It's all the
That's real.
connections. That's why like I feel like it's more important for us to keep these organic routes, man. Because once I feel like that contract of selling your soul over is way bigger than the that short phrase. Like it's so much more to that.
They just be like, let me sell your soul. I'm like, nigga, how the fuck am I gonna get my money in my next life? Like, how the fuck you gonna know where I'm at? How am I getting my money, nigga?
Damn, man, you on YouTube?
Nah,
While we recording now?
Nah, I don't know what it
Damn.
is. That's the government telling me to shut up. It's like, this nigga talking too fucking much.
right. Give it the secrets.
It's like, somebody deal with that. What's the niche with this nigga? It's like, what is?
But yeah, man. We just wanted to update. I think we're about to get on out of here, but we just wanted to update everybody.
The government conspiracies out. All right. I see y'all when I see y'all.
Time on the list.
Yeah, I got to get off the camera,
Yeah.
man. I don't want to be seen with this guy right here. Man. I don't even like this guy. I need to get one of
Yeah.
those shirts thing with the arrow.
Y'all make
pointing at
sure
it.
y'all go stop by the Eye
Oh,
Smoke
yeah,
shop.
plug that in.
Yes, sir.
Y'all cop one of these shirts. If not, y'all see me. You see JLD.
Yep.
Cop one. We got them in every size except for bitch ass. So Y'all make sure y'all keep
Also
it real.
check out the website on Teespring. It's Gmon Productions on Teespring. We got everything else online that you can't get it. Sweatshirts, masks, all that shit.
And I think I do have like one bitch ass left. So if you is a bitch ass and you want a
and
shirt,
you want a shirt,
I got
you
your
can
bitch
you can
ass.
grab one too. Yeah, man. So basically, what's in this podcast? We're coming back with episode 51 next week. Of course, we're here on Fredericksburg Public Radio now. New
Shout
setting.
out.
Fucking dope shit. Scott, I'm here with
Bro,
you
I'm so
every
happy
week, man.
that you're here.
Every fucking
Can
week.
I tell y'all something before you leave?
Yeah.
It's the first podcast y'all done since I was on your podcast.
Yep.
Today's the first time that I did a podcast since
We're twins.
The last time I did a podcast was when y'all were on.
We're twins.
There's a mic for you right there, too.
Yes, the last time that I did a podcast, they were on my podcast, and the last time that they did a podcast, I was on their podcast.
You
And
guys
we
can't see
podcast
Scott?
together.
You guys can't see Scott right now, but it looks like he has a robot dick at his mouth.
And if you want to see him, tune in to episode 50, the live episode on Goldemon TV. So, yeah, man.
All right.
But, yeah, we're coming back next week full strong, and we're not going to stop. We promise this time. The virus will not stop us.
It ain't never stopped me.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
HPV didn't stop me.
Okay. All right. What's in this podcast,
Committee,
man? The
but it didn't
update.
stop me.
The update. We thank you
AIDS?
so much for coming on for
Didn't
us,
stop me.
bro.
Of course.
Nothing stopped me.
We got to get out of here before
Periods?
Avery get us canceled on
Didn't
our
stop me,
first
nigga.
episode here
I
back.
run red lights.
Okay. What's in this podcast? The update episode. We're back next week with 51. Peace.
Peace.